Are you dreaming about building a custom home down here in Southwest Florida, but you're just so overwhelmed by all the steps and you have true concerns about going over budget?
Well, today we're going to check out an incredible custom home builder that has perfected the process and will save you both time and money.
And we're going to go visit a great model and show you all the different customizations, the true fun part of building a custom home. And stick around to the end because we're going to show you how you can save upwards of several $100,000.
All right, let's get on out there.
Building a custom home, let's face it, can be quite overwhelming. There's so many moving parts, from picking the perfect lot, picking all those design and alteration options, and of course negotiating that price, and then the hard part, the waiting. We all have that friend or that person we know who's been through this custom build and have told us nightmare stories, timelines exceeding what was promised, or things not even starting and everything in between. And we've even heard claims of people having PTSD. But number one, let me let you know that that's not part of the process, although it shouldn't be, but it does happen often. Not knowing who to pick, how to pick, and having the right real estate representation really goes a long ways in whether or not you're gonna have a successful build or not. Now listen, if you've been to this channel before, you know who we are, you know the drill, reach out to us. If you've been here before and we haven't connected, it's time to reach out to myself and Caleb. But if it's your first time, just so you know, we're real estate experts here in the Venice, Florida and surrounding area. We're not only real estate experts, we're new construction and relocation experts. And today we're back in our favorite neighborhood, Palmera in Wellen Park. It's the new shiny object, but we're visiting one of our favorite builders who's not only perfected that process, but has created a model where you can truly find incredible savings. Today we're gonna go explore the beautiful Egret 5. We've been there before. We know it really well. We've already moved the family into this neighborhood in that Egret 5, and we have several more building in the process. But today we're gonna explore the fun part, picking out those options, picking out that lot, envisioning what it is, because sometimes putting pen to paper doesn't always come out the way you'd like. We've seen design builds go awry. We've seen people think that they're the world-class designers or the Tom Fords of the world, and they come in and they pick out all the bells and whistles, only to find out that they have a mishmash of noise and don't have a place that feels like home. ICI, they've really created a process. They have so many design inspirations. We're gonna go down, we're gonna sit down, and we're gonna help you explore that inspiration. So you're not only looking at schematics, you get to envision what it truly looks like. And remember, stick around to the end because we promised you some savings. There's some incredible land arbitrage going on here. If you're not familiar with what arbitrage is, it's essentially finding something at value and being able to sell it at a higher value or have a comparable down the road. Here, just 1 mile down the road, we have dirt that's going up for significantly more than what you have here in Palmera. So let's go meet up with Caleb. Let's go into that Egret 5. Let's explore those design options. Let's head out to the dirt, find that land and build your home and help you figure out if this is your future dream home. And remember, stick around to the end because we're going to show you how you can save $300,000 on your custom build.
All right, ICI Homes is absolutely one of the best custom home builders in here in Wellen Park. And we love them for so many reasons. Their process, their people, everything about ICI is really working well for us. Like Lanir mentioned, we already have one family moved in, we have another one under contract, and we're negotiating a bunch of others because we see the value with ICI, we love working with them, and here's one of the main reasons why we like to work with them is their customization. Look at this wall right here. We have a beautiful entertainment center that might work for everybody. They love that. But what if I could say you could make this a whole nother level of customization? Take just this space we have right here. It's a great nook area that you can sit down or maybe build that into bookshelves. But what if I said you could push this whole wall back and now build the most incredible wine cellar, glass wine cellar for all of your friends to see. Literally push this wall back 4 feet, make that, you could probably fit 200-300 bottles in there. Just incredible customization ability. Now let's go around to the other side of that wall and we're gonna see exactly what that would do to the bathroom that's on the other side. And then we're also gonna look at other great options that maybe you could use that space with other things. You don't have to make it a wine cellar. They've got it set up as a great great Peloton exercise area. Check this thing out. Just a huge area that you can come up here, jump on your Peloton in the morning, and bang out a couple miles before your day even gets started. But what if the bike area doesn't work for you? And maybe you're not a wine aficionado and you don't want to have that wine. What if I could tell you, you could make this into an incredible sauna, maybe make this an incredible wood sauna right there, or you could even turn it into an awesome steam shower. Imagine a huge wall of glass here with water jets all the way around. It's just a great flexibility, and that's what you get with ICI. Now follow me back here. Look over my shoulder, that great window out onto that beautiful lake. What if that's not enough room for you? You want to push that wall out 5 feet? Not a problem. With ICI, you can push out that wall 5 feet, push out that wall 5 feet if you have a great lot for it. But I can just imagine my desk right here with another 5 feet of additional living space, that this is what I'm looking at when I get all my work done. ICI can make anything custom, and this right here, the egret, this is only just used for inspiration. You can do anything that you can dream. Now let's go meet up with Lanir, and we're gonna talk about another incredible customization you can pull off that you might not even thought was a possibility. Let's go meet him.
So I'm back in the main living space. I absolutely love this main area, and it's the reason why a lot of people fall in love with the architecture down here in Southwest Florida, because of these expansive open floor plans. And always when I go into a home, I absolutely fall in love when they have tall ceilings. In this case, we have 12-foot high coffered ceilings, beautiful customization. This is about as pretty as it gets, but maybe you want more. Maybe you're like me, maybe you love cathedral ceilings. Imagine they blew this up. They raised it another 12 feet. They built a beautiful beam going all across the ceiling. Well, they can do that for you. There's almost anything that you can dream of, they can do. But customization, you're starting to get the idea. It's a give or take. What you see here, sometimes you have to take away and replace with what you want. Speaking of what you want, I've always wanted a kitchen like this. This is an absolute exceptional gourmet kitchen. It's large, it's expansive, but maybe you're someone who absolutely loves entertaining. Maybe this main floor, this main open floor plan between the kitchen and the living space is the most important. Now you see behind me, we have a 4th bedroom. Maybe you don't need that 4th bedroom. What if I told you you can push this wall all the way out to the end if you wanted? You can extend that living room. Now remember, it's a give or take. Caleb already showed you how it affects one room, but how it benefits the other. In this case, it's really up to you. But one thing I absolutely love that they do are these pantries. These walk-in pantries are exceptional. This one is what they offer. This is standard to these beautiful homes. I absolutely love this. But maybe you're someone who loves cooking and you need a large scullery pantry. This is something that they can do, but there's more. What if I told you that they can turn into a speakeasy? That's right, they really can build anything you want. They currently are building one for a client, and it's something exceptional. But you get the idea. When it comes to custom, it's about what you want. It's about the utility, the function, what you've always dreamt of, and what's practical in your world. Now let's go outside to that pool area. The main reason why people move to Southwest Florida. Meet up with Caleb and talk about some more exciting customizations that will blow your mind.
I tell you, this is the absolute essence of luxury, and that's what you get with ICI. Known for their incredible covered areas, then you have beautiful pools like this. They'll be adding a cage to this, and you can definitely do that to your home. But having this incredible luxury infinity edge hot tub, infinity edge pool, waterfalls, splash areas, it's just the perfect thing to have in your backyard. But it keeps getting better. One of the nice things that just about every single one of their options, the different models of homes, is you can get this incredible outdoor cabana. Imagine the evenings with your family, your friends out here with this huge dining room table, plus the bar stools, where you can be hosting the best of events in the whole neighborhood. But it gets better. What if just this cabana is not enough? What if we were to say you can add a casita right here? Literally a casita. They have one, we saw it yesterday. It had an additional bedroom and a separate office in it. So imagine your home just continues this way with another beautiful office overlooking this lake and those sandhill cranes. You might be able to hear them in the background, but they're making their presence known. This just has everything, and an outdoor space with ICI, whether you build it with your home, this outdoor pool, or you build it after your home, you can build the bones, get it ready so that when you add that pool, this is just a perfect place for you to live, all year long. Now let's go check out, we're gonna go and head out to some lots and we're gonna build, kind of give you some visualization of what it would look like to build a perfect home on a perfect lot. All right, let's head on out.
We made it over here to one of the 75-foot lots where ICI, quite frankly, build anything in their repertoire and then some. Whatever you dream of, they will build. But this is the fun part. Aside from picking all those finishes, the design options, you get to pick your lot, that orientation, whether you want sunrise or sunset in the backyard, and of course those beautiful water views like the one behind me. This is what it's about, that pioneering, that adventure of turning dirt into a vision. We always say it, we've been here since the dirt mounted a vision, and we want to be part of the process for you. Now on this lot, I see a growing family, I see a multi-generational family. I would place one of my favorite models here, the Breckenridge. Now that Breckenridge, they offer 3 different elevations here. Typically, they'll offer a multitude more, but here we have that transitional, we have that West Indies, and we have that coastal. I would do somewhere between that transitional and West Indies, and I'd put that 4-bedroom, 4-bath, 3,900 square foot, 3-car garage with that really cool 2-car side loading garage, which I absolutely love. Gives you a little bit of privacy and it makes you see the full elevation of the home. But I would place that right here. And the cool thing about when you build that home, aside from all those custom designs and options on the inside and the elevation of the home, you get to pick your landscape inside, add landscaping to make it feel like you've truly arrived. You're going to be spending your days here. You're going to be sitting by this water, poolside, watching that sunset. So then you have that beautiful hues of pink and orange, the reason why people fall in love with Southwest Florida. And then those nights come, you're going to see the beautiful stars overlooking this beautiful lot, and you're going to be thanking yourselves that you made the best decision by reaching out to Lanir and Caleb and making your way on the way down here to Southwest Florida. Now let's go meet up with Caleb. Let's go look at a different lot. He's going to do a different build for us so you can fully get the vision and the inspiration of why we absolutely love this builder. And then we're going to sit down, we're going to recap everything we discussed, and we're going to really get into how you can save several $100,000 on building your dream home.
All right, we're back over in phase 1 of this neighborhood, and this one is kind of one of my favorite lots in the whole neighborhood, whether it's phase 1 or phase 2. The reason being, this one, the back of this home, it faces east, and that's always my favorite orientation because you get that morning sun filling up your living room area, that big family room, so that's just kind of the environment that I love to wake up in, that bright sun coming in my living space. So this lot right here, I think is perfect for a Brook model. And if you're not familiar, that Brook model is a 5-bedroom, 3.5 bath, up to 3,600 square feet, and that's just their standard footprint. You can add anything you want. Matter of fact, we were over at a Brook just the other day, and we saw one where it was over 5,200 square feet. They had decided to reorient the single car garage in order to make a huge owner suite. I'm talking a 12 to 1,400 square foot owner suite with 2 separate bathrooms. On his bathroom, he had a separate office fitness area. So really, the Brook gives you incredible options, whether you want to keep it just the way it is at that 3,600 square feet, or you want to blow it out and go all the way up to 5,200 square feet like those people did. With the right lot, you can really get a perfect home, build it onto it. You don't have to live with the standard options. Maybe you want to add on that cabana or that casita so you have that additional living space for your guests. That's an option with ICI, and it just keeps getting better with them. Let's meet up with Lanir. We're going to go sit down with him and we're going to talk about, kind of the whole process, building with ICI, building custom, what it's all about, and then give our feedback. And make sure you hang on to the very end, where we're going to explain how you can save hundreds of thousands of dollars by building in Palmera with ICI as opposed to one of the other neighborhoods that has much higher land costs. So let's go meet up with Lanir and we'll sit down and talk.
All right, so we made our way back here to the Egret 5 model. We took a look at those lots over there and picked out some homes, but we started off our day showing you the flexibility of the design options, and we came up with some pretty cool ones, huh, Caleb?
This house, that's the beauty of ICI, customize it. We came up with these great ideas. You could do what we talked about, or maybe you have some interesting ideas, but I talked about, what if you had a huge walk-in wine cellar right here in your living room? How awesome would that be? Maybe pop some mini fridges in there so you can keep your whites nice and chilled, ready for the good times. But remember we talked about flip it around on the other side of that wall. They had the nice exercise bike station. Change that into whether it's a steam shower, build yourself a sweet sauna in there. Just the endless options. Maybe in that primary bedroom, pushing that wall out another 4 or 5 feet, either to the right or to the back. Just flexibility for sure, and that's just 1/3 of the house.
Yeah, that's the thing we love about this builder is the flexibility. As long as it fits within that footprint. I was out here, we're in that great living room space, and we talked about these great 12-foot ceilings, that coffered ceilings, but then you have the opportunity, the option of building those 24-foot cathedral ceilings with a big beam going across. It really makes it a great entertainment space, but having that option of bumping that kitchen 5 feet, 8 feet back, maybe all the way to the perimeter of the wall, if that's what you choose, or building that speakeasy. That wasn't a grandiose made up thing. That wasn't a wish list. That's actually something they built for a client.
You're gonna have to provide your own bartender though. That's the only difference.
Or maybe you turn it into a great scullery, you know, that extra kitchen, because you really love to entertain. And if you're gonna blow out those ceilings 24 feet, you might as well have a scullery to entertain all those people that are gonna be in that grand space. But maybe some practical things you didn't think of that really make it.
Well, we didn't talk about out back.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You know, if you want to add a cabana, even the ability to, on certain lots with the ones that have those big pie shapes, you can even add a separate casita beyond that cabana. Add in an outside, you know, a separate office or a guest house for your friends to come over. They can stay out there. Tons of options.
I mean, it's really, the sky is the limit, but also practical things that we have clients currently picking for their build is a whole house generator. Here in Florida, certainly necessary, certainly it's practical. You know, what other things? Maybe a cold plunge tank in your garage.
Absolutely.
They'll plumb that for you. They're currently plumbing one for you.
What about where Lanir put that, the scullery or the speakeasy? What if you wanted to make that into a safe room? You could literally do that. Have a room back there that no one even knows exists. So in times when you get scared and you might need to feel the safety of a safe room, you'd have one hidden away.
You get an idea, anything that you can think of, anything that inspires you from any one of their floor plans, you can certainly build. And speaking of floor plans, they have a multitude throughout their whole repertoire across Florida, but here in Palmera specifically, they've got 9, well, technically 10. We'll get into that 10th one.
Exactly. We're going to break them down real quick just so you know that they have options. Whether you're starting off at 2,600 square feet with that Cameron model, which is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 3-car garage, or you could step it up to that Costa Mesa 2. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 3-car garage, almost 3,000 total square feet. A little bit bigger, that's that Kelly. 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, 3-car garage, and even more, just a little bit higher, over 3,000 square feet at 3,045. Then you have the model we're in, the Egret 5, that you can customize any way you want. That one, this one as it sits is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 3-car garage with 3,067 total square feet. Hey, maybe you want some options. You want to blow up that ceiling like Lanir talked with those big cathedral ceilings. That would be the Egret 8. That's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 3-car garage at just over 3,078 square feet. Now we're going to a 2-story. That's the Brook model. 5 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, 3-car garage, and 3,610 total square feet. Now back to a single floor. That's a Monica. That's a 4-bedroom, 4-bath, 4-car garage with 3,488 square feet. Then you have another 2-story. That's Lanir's favorite, the Breckenridge.
Right, it is.
That's 4 bedrooms, 4.5 baths, and 3-car garage, and almost 4,000 square feet at 3,999 total square feet. Build that extra foot. Make it 4,000 square feet.
Did I make it that obvious? That's my favorite, but I think my new favorite is actually that 9th one, the one that, or the 10th one, right? Then the 9th one. 10th. Number 10. They don't actually offer it here. It's actually the Monaco. The Monaco is that sister version of it, but the Monaco is more of a blowed up version. 4 bedrooms, 4 bath, 4-car garage, 3,800 square feet. They currently have a model, one of theirs over in that Palm Coast, right?
In Port Orange,
Port Orange, Florida, that's selling over $3 million, sitting on a 125-foot lot. So you understand they can build almost anything. Maybe you have a large lot like that you want to build on. Caleb and myself, we can come down there, take a look at that lot, and figure out which build is for you. Make sure that this builder is for you, but we think that they're an exceptional fit for any lot, any private lot. But make sure that you reach out to Caleb and myself. We'll come down.
If you're thinking about building, maybe a neighborhood like this isn't for you, and you've decided, you know what, I want to buy an acre, maybe 2 acres, and I want to build a custom home on it. That's what Lanir was getting at. ICI can do that for you. They don't just build here in Palmera or Oak Bend or one of their other gated communities throughout the country. They build on your own lot. So if you have that lot and you love what they do and you'd love to bring it right to your lot, they can do that for sure.
But if you want to visit that model home that's for sale for $3 million, we'll happily set up an appointment. We have relationships with these builders, so whether it's on our coast or not, we can certainly set that up for you. But speaking of model homes for sale, this one is about to go for sale, right?
It is. There's going to be a lease back on this one. So if you're somebody who would love to buy this exact home, you can. You can buy it with everything in it. If you want more information, we're not going to tell you that price. We're not going to tell you the terms. But if you want more information and this is an option for you, then give us a call because we'd be happy to walk you through the whole process.
Yeah, you see, it's not on the market yet, but we know if anything is true about the Egret 5, it's highly coveted. We've already moved a few of these things. And a part of it is because they really offer a multitude of elevations. Elevations is that facade, what you see, that curb appeal, and they really do some great diverse elevations.
They have great options. Just with the Egret, they have 6 of them, but we're going to cover a few of them. They have a great coastal elevation that will show up here. They also have a West Indies and a transitional, maybe a craftsman style is what you had up north, and maybe you want that down here. They can definitely accommodate you. And they also have a modern elevation. So if you're somebody who wants to be a little bit more hip, maybe lived in a city, you love that modern style, they have that for you here.
Yeah, I tell you, not all these models here specifically have all of those variations. Some are limited to several. Some have the whole gamut at their disposal. But really, when you see the elevations here, whether it's an Egret 5, an Egret 8, a Brook, they're all exceptional. They look so regal, so elegant.
What I like is that you can put 3 Egret 5s right next to each other and they look totally different. You wouldn't even guess that they're the same. They have different roof types. They have different pagodas on top of the garage. They have all sorts of changes, whether it's a stone facade with a nice earthy brown stone, or maybe it's that modern with a nice crisp dry stack white stone. They have all of those options, and it's pretty much the same home, but customized to the nines on the outside with that elevation, and then again on the inside, make it your own. So your neighbor's house that might be the same model, it's not going to look anything like yours.
Remember, Caleb and I, we work with a multitude of custom builders. Not all builders are equal. All have their own specialties, all have their own nuances, but we love this particular one because their efficiencies. Being able to build a custom home, design all of these different options from saunas and a speakeasy and a safe room, things of that nature. The fact that once you get through design and permitting, you're getting that home back in 8 to 10 months compared to us other custom builds.
Yeah, many of the other custom home builders we've heard 14 months to all the way up to 2 years, and sometimes even beyond that. And so here with ICI, whether it's here or it's on your lot, they have a better system. They have all of their people are internal, so that engineer, that architect that needs to change that design to accommodate what you've picked out so that they can go to the county and get those new permits. They do it all internally so they can move much faster than what some of the other custom home builders can.
And we've seen it with our own eyes. We have a family that's already moved in. We have a couple families that are getting ready to move in.
Closing the end of September.
Yeah, we have someone closing. We have someone going through design. We have other families coming in here between now and Christmas to pick out their lots and design their home. But we talked about this efficiency because time certainly is money. It's the most precious commodity. But money simply is just money. And we talked about a great arbitrage opportunity specifically here in Palmera. Those lots that we visited where Caleb put that beautiful brook and I placed that Breckenridge, these are 75-foot lots with beautiful views. We're still early in the stages, 1,200 plus homes when it's all said and done, but there's only so many 75-foot lots. We're hoping they open up more soon, but a new swath of land just opened up. But when you take this land, this dirt, and you compare it to just 1 mile down the road, we have another neighborhood that we absolutely adore and love, Everly. It's a 270 home boutique enclave with the bespoke custom builders like Lee Wetherington and John Cannon, and semi-custom builders like West Bay and Neil Signature. They build incredible products, but that's more of that privacy element, that boutique enclave. Here, what we have is something completely different. That same footprint, slightly smaller, 75-foot lots versus 85-foot lots. Here, they're going for $200,000 to $240,000.
Sometimes 300,000, 400,000, 500,000.
No, here.
Less.
Yeah,
Less.
Here they're going for around $200,000. Over in Everly, that same lot, that same water view, upwards of $600,000 to $800,000. Now, when Everly started, those lots were priced comparable between that 170 and that 225. But just in a year's time, it has gone up exponentially. So when you look at apples for apples, when you look at dirt versus dirt, remember, we're in Wellen Park, that master plan, all golf cart friendly, all 20,000 acres, leads to the same downtown hub, is the same proximity, except this one's a little bit closer to the beach.
Yeah, well, it is, and then down the line, once they have that Minnesota Beach Road completed in less than a year now, you're gonna be 10 minutes to Minnesota Beach. It's going to be great. You know what thing I just heard today? That they're going to be redoing the drawbridge over to Minnesota Beach. Did you hear that?
I'm not surprised. I mean, this whole area is due for a facelift.
But what that tells me is it's time for that to be upgraded because of all the the connectivity that Minnesota Beach Road's going to be offering. We've heard a lot of feedback from people that how are they going to extend that road across 776. And this is a sign that that project is going to be happening because if they're going to be replacing the bridge, that's a major infrastructure.
I think the point is that this arbitrage won't be around for long. When you take land this close to the coast, this close to the beach, with new access infrastructure being built that's going to cut that time in half. And not only that, you'll be able to get down there in your golf cart, living that life of leisure. These $200,000 lots won't be around for long. And I know we said there's 1,200 homes, but it's amongst several builders, and there's only so many for this footprint. But we think that this is an extreme value. It's a great opportunity to get down here, build that home, design all your options. We'll walk you through every step of the way. We'll sit down, we'll open those floor plans, we'll figure out what options make the most sense for your life, because it's about that lifestyle, it's about that convenience factor. Caleb and I, we understand it, we've done it ourselves, we're helping clients move in all the time, but it's always about fitting that life in this new place, this new destination.
Sure.
And what better way to do it than in an expedient manner with a lot of savings that go along with that.
Absolutely, and then we want to remind you guys that we do not work for any of these builders. Lanir and I are independent real estate agents that work for you. You don't pay us a single dime if we represent you when we bring you to ICI or one of the many other neighborhoods and builders around here. So always remember, you get our services for essentially free because the builder pays all of our fees, and you get all of our expertise. We've been on the boots on the ground down here for years. We've been seeing this neighborhood when it was a dirt mountain of vision, all these things that we say. We actually know what's going on. We know what the connecting lots are going to be. We know what the future roads, how those are going to actually impact you when you build, whether it's here or anywhere else. So always make sure you use a realtor. Definitely pick one of us for sure. We'll represent you, like Lanir said, from day one when you're watching these videos all the way through when you come down and you visit. We'll take you around, show you everything, give you the good, bad, and the indifferent, because that's our job. Not just to sales pitch you, it's to tell you the truth about every single one of these neighborhoods, and that's what we do. And then we'll represent you through the contract, through the build, all the way through closing, and then beyond. Use us as your resource for anything you need, because if you're moving here and you don't know anyone, you know us, and you'll know us for a long time afterwards.
We're busy, but we have efficiencies in place. That's why we always identify and gravitate towards builders like ICI, because time and value is relative to everyone. We believe in that. It's part of our core values. So we're going to make sure that this is a cohesive and seamless process, but make sure you reach out to your boys. If you've been here before and we haven't connected, it's time. If maybe you're that shy person who wants to speak but just wants to get your feel around, and you want to go into these different models, let these builders know that you're going to be working with us so we can represent you. We want to make sure that we put our best foot forward and get you that best deal possible. But there's so much to learn. There's so much more. So whether you're building a custom home on your lot or you want to build one here in Palmera, we're certainly your guys.
All right, so we've covered a ton today. ICI is fantastic. Palmera, build on your lot. We've covered a ton. And it's a lot, and I enjoyed myself. That's for sure.
This is the best process, picking out that lot, designing, the inspiration, and the most important, seeing happy families move into this community, feeling whole, and knowing that we not only save them time, we save them money.
All right, so for this week in Venice, Florida, I'm Caleb.
And I'm Lanir.
And we'll see you next week.